Buenos dias. Here we go. We're starting chapter 2A today. You need your notebooks, you need a pencil, and you need to read over these objectives. So pause the video, take a minute to read over what we're doing in this chapter, talking about tu día en la escuela, and we're working on school subjects and schedules and school supplies. Let's get into it. Tu día en la clase, tu día en la escuela. I'm going to have you write down notes. So like I said, get your notebook out. I'm going to go through this quickly just because I'm showing you the outline of it. And now we'll get into it more into depth. So on the left side, what you have are your words to talk about your schedule. First hour, second hour, third hour. And we call those ordinal words. We've already looked at those this year when we did our days of the week in our calendar and on my Google slide. And so with our ordinal words, we describe what hour of the day we're talking about. On the right side, we have las clases. And every single class in Spanish, it begins with the phrase la clase de. Instead of saying science class, they say the class of science. So make sure when you write your notes, you write it completely. So let's look at el horario first. Repite, el horario. Primera hora, segunda hora, tercera hora, cuarta hora, quinta hora, sexta hora, séptima hora, octava hora, novena hora. And on the right side, we have the classes during those periods. La clase de is what we use para todas las clases. We use this phrase for all of our classes except for lunch, so that's why the star is here and you do not have la clase de here. And so we say, repiten, la clase de tecnología, la clase de arte, la clase de ciencias sociales, la clase de ciencias naturales, el almuerzo, la clase de español, la clase de matemáticas, la clase de inglés y la clase de educación física. So educación física is physical education or gym class. Verbs to know. I'm going to go through these quickly, pause the video, and write down your verbs. Repite, por favor. Es, tengo, estudio, necesito, tienes, estudias, necesitas. So we have on one side the yo form, I have, I study, I need, and the you form, you have, you study, you need. Okay, pause and write that down. Now, things you need to know. A ver. A ver is a phrase for our chapter that we're going to use. Let's see. A ver. Let's try to use that as much as we can. Necesito y necesitas. I need, you need. Una calculadora. Una carpeta de orgullos. Y un diccionario. 3 more things to write down. Pause and move on when needed. Verbs to describe school activities. 3 important verbs. Enseñar, estudiar, hablar. All things we do in class and in school. Write those down. AR verbs. And words to describe your classes. We have a whole new list of adjectives this chapter that can not only describe people sometimes, but also describe things and classes. Repiten, por favor. Aburrido, difícil, divertido, fácil, favorito, interesante, práctico, más que. We've already kind of seen the más que a little bit. We've seen the más when we said me gusta más. Dibujar que cantar. Ahora. So this is your assignment. I want you to have this done by tomorrow, please. I want your notes and I want you to write out your horario. So remember that, oops, here we go. When we talk about Miss, Mrs., Mr., we use these things. And here's an example for me. Mi primera hora es la clase de español 4 and la profesora es la señora Memije. So please prepare your schedule for